Hello, Alan here with DustyHikers.com. Today I want to talk to you about 5 simple ways that you can motivate your children to go hiking and to have fun while they're on the hike. Okay, number 1, plan the hike together. I think this is the most important thing that you can do when you're trying to convince kids to go hiking is you should involve them in the planning. You can ask them simple questions like, where should we go hiking? How long should we go hiking? What should we bring to eat on the hike? What should we do when we're on the hike? What kind of animals do you think that we're going to see on the hike? You can adjust these questions to the age of your children, but I think it's really important that you not just spring this on them on a Saturday morning when they're totally into Fortnite or whatever else they're doing, and you say, oh, by the way, in 30 minutes we're going to go hike. Okay, that's going to be a downer for them and for everybody else that's on the trip because it's not going to be enjoyable. Okay, tip number 2, celebrate the milestones on the hiking trip and have secret rewards along the way. So they need to know that, after 30 minutes, we're gonna arrive at a bridge and there's gonna be some secret award that you're gonna get for making it to the bridge. You can scale this, between younger children and older children, but the idea is simple, that they know that if they get to that next stage of the hike, something amazing is gonna happen. And it can be just as simple as a piece of candy or some other special thing that you provide for them. By the way, if you want more information on each one of the tips that I'm giving you in this video, go to Google and type in 14 ways to motivate your children to hike, and then you'll find Dusty Hikers, my blog, at the very top hit. And in there, you'll have more information about each one of these tips that I'm going over. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is super simple, but it's one that people probably are gonna overlook when you're out there on the hike, and that is play games with your kids on the hike. There's a whole bunch of ideas on my blog that you can go check out. Very simple games that anybody can do while they're walking along that involve the environment that you're in, like 20 questions or I Spy, and I have a whole list of games in there. Play games with your kids. It'll keep their mind off of the fact that they're uncomfortable or their feet hurt or they're not playing Fortnite at home with their friends, and you can get them from one point in the hike to the next without thinking too much about the fact that they're bored or that they're miserable hiking. All right, tip number 4. Number 4, this one has worked for me many times. Give your children jobs on the hike. So if you have one child, you could say, okay, your job on this hike is to take really good photographs of the hike, get some photos of animals, of scenery, get some photos of us, and check in with them periodically along the hike and say, hey, how's it going? How many photos have you taken? Another child could be the cook, right? So you give that child all of the food, and when you stop at these breaks that you've mapped out in advance, that child will be the one to give out the candy or give out the sandwiches or give out the chips or the water or whatever the case may be. All right, last tip, tip number 5. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button and it'll send it out to more people who are struggling with trying to get their kids to be motivated on a hike. Okay, last tip, number 5. This one is a super ninja tip, okay? On my blog, there's 7 more tips that you can go find. 7, 8, 9. There's 9 more tips on my blog. Anyway, this one is combine your child's interests with what's going on the hike. So if your child's into Minecraft, for example, you can ask them questions. Hey, look at that tree right there. How many blocks of wood do you think we would get if we chopped that tree down? Ooh, look over there. What would we do if a zombie horde came out of that forest right there? How would we have enough time to build a quick shelter to protect ourselves from the zombies? So you can do this with virtually any interest that your child has. But the point is, get them talking about things that they're interested in that are also involved in what's going on the hike. Okay, those are my 5 tips for motivating your children to go on a hike and have fun while they're on the hike. If you found this video useful, please do hit the like button and hit subscribe. I upload every week content about hiking with family, planning hiking trips, and just my own adventures going hiking. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.